Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Utica Curling Club. Dave Craig Nolan and Roger Rowlett. We're here to bring you one of our A semifinal games this evening between Utica 2, the team of Mike Kessler, and Stillman, Mike DiGeronimo, and Liz Cato, and
Team Nutmeg, Rebecca Andrew, Ed Simia, Allison Kinney, and Jonathan Corelli.
should be a great game. These both teams are well skilled and have played well through the weekend, and they'll earn the right to play in our A final tomorrow. One will. And I've seen some pretty good curling over the weekend here. Good time had by all as usual in the Utica Curling Club.
And very glad to be here with everyone with the 2022 Cobb Mixed Bonspiel. Just about to get underway here. Utica team will have the Red Rocks, and Nutmeg team will have the Blue Rocks here in the first end.
I don't know if the other players on Nutmeg have been here before. I'm sure they have. I know Ed Simi has been here before. I recognize him from, he's been here for years.
He's been here several times, yeah.
Thank you. Jonathan Corelli will get the game started here for Team Nutmeg. Quick shout out to our volunteer ice crew here at the Utica Curling Club that does the yeoman's work. They've done a splendid job keeping the ice good all weekend, and it's been good and fast and readable, and kudos to them for putting in the long hours as a volunteer group, and it's pretty fantastic ice that we play on here in Utica.
Been pretty fun. It's been about 4 feet of curl and 26.5 seconds speed.
You know, we always say that coming from other clubs where the ice is a little bit slower, it's always a little bit of a challenge to find that groove, Roger. You know, if you're coming from slow ice, that adjustment can be a real hazard. Looks like fast ice right out of the get-go. Liz's first rock sliding through the back.
Yeah, they're on a fresh scrape tonight, so it should be nice and quick right out of the box. Looks like Liz Cato's come around attempt around that little off-center guard was a little on the heavy side.
Looks like Ed's looking to clutter the front end up here.
Yeah, got stack guards.
I think Mike will probably just go right for the 4 foot, get a read on what draw time is here. A lot of experience on the Utica team here, folks. A lot of, probably 100 years of curling experience combined. Again, I don't know the curlers that well on Nutmeg. It looks like a pretty experienced team as well. There's probably not many clubs in the shed that have the years of experience that Team Kessler has. Yours maybe. Close.
Maybe close, yeah.
Great looking draw here from Liz. And that's a good shot. Showing her a little bit on the outside there.
Top four pretty much completely buried.
I'm sure Mike appreciates getting that speed down early. Doesn't look slow out of the box.
It is not.
Allison Kenny now with her first rock of the game.
Looking to freeze to shot stone, but this is going to be a little on the hot side, I think. We just get a little up weight and that straightens right out.
Yeah, it's almost went to the hack pretty much. Little dust from Mike to get it through. And Mike DiGeronimo now with his first end throw.
Love to drop this on the top 8. That one goes in very nicely. Over buried. Just biting the top 8. Just didn't squeeze by the top one. Pretty good position, though. Team Custer sitting 2. Under cover. A well-positioned nutmeg rock.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better spot for that blue one, right?
Yeah, just tapped second rock over, and it's got a good angle on shot stone. Mike DiGeronimo's trying to get a good angle on this.
Line's getting better. It's getting better, better, better. Well, that's a fine shot. A little more. Could have just bent over there a little bit better, right?
Yeah, I'd love to be corner frozen center line side, but that's not bad.
You know, playing at this level with everybody on each team with the skill level that's abundant here on both, you can be patient. You know, you don't have to get too involved too early in the game. You don't want to give up a big end, but both of these skips have got a great deal of poise, and will find good places to put these rocks. This game's a lot more fun to skip when good rocks are coming at you.
Absolutely. And you're not playing for any misses at this point. These two teams are very experienced.
True.
Ed Simeon with his first.
I have never seen a stabilizer like he's throwing. I wonder if that's a custom-made one. It almost looks like it's got round slider pads on the bottom of it, pods.
Yeah, it does.
And it does. I believe he might have made that, or had it made for him. This one didn't come over, a little light.
I think you're trying to go around everything, right, to the back 4.
Sure.
And just didn't get the glide he was expecting.
No, it didn't transpire the way he was hoping.
Now Mike could go around that guard that was just thrown. He's going to come around the other side.
Sitting 1 and 2 right now.
I think he's trying to dunk one around that rock on the top 8. Trying to get right in here. Tough shot.
And Stolman.
The line's great if the weight's okay.
It's gonna make contact with the red stone that's shot rock, I believe. Oh, that second shot. Can't tell if it's 1, 2, and 3 or not. It's close. If I had to guess, I think it's 3. 2 for sure.
I think regardless, Nutmeg's going to run that stone and try to get rid of at least 2 reds.
And he's looking the other way. Seeing if he's got some kind of angle with the red, but that blue stone is covered up pretty well right now. That's tough to get to. There's not this blue rock that's outside the rings is certainly cutting down his chances of getting at it.
Looking at the angle raise.
Not a bad idea. That rock's not going to do him much out there. Might as well use it.
Blue into the pile.
So, kind of a unusual shot for a first end of play, but
Kind of an early decision, I think.
yeah, I think so too.
Doing this with thirds rocks.
Control looks like pretty up weight. And Rebecca's got her hand up like it doesn't need any help.
It's got just a piece, if anything. It's a thin quarter.
Yep, and went right over the top of everything there.
Got rid of one stone.
Yep, got one out of there.
Utica still sitting 2, under a lot of clutter.
Good, how are you? So the door is open here for Mike to draw another one around with Ann, and that's the attempt. Could put a big, if you can come out of this end or early end here with a multiple, it's a big deal.
If you get half under that blue top 4, would
Looks
be
a little light. I don't think this is a guard. So it's definitely going to cut the rings down on that side for Mike's attempts. And we'll see what Nutmeg has up their sleeve.
I looked at the in-turn come around. We're looking at a multiple angle raise on the blues.
Kind of early in the game to have to be in this bit of a predicament for Nutmeg without hammer here, so you hate to open up the front end unless it's completely imperative to do so. And certainly the Nutmeg decision is to do just that with Rebecca's first stone.
And they're hoping to make contact with blue rock and the 8-foot to remove at least one of the reds. Looks like you got to hit this just a little bit on the center line side. Running blue into blue into blue. Big weight.
Great looking delivery there from, excuse me, from Rebecca. Well, you got your wish, Roger. Just over curled on it a little bit.
Just over curled. Now there's only a double run back. Could throw a guard back. I think they made the outturn draw a lot harder now with that blue stone that was just thrown by Rebecca Andrew rolled out to a corner.
There's not much of the rings there to get to the 4-foot behind this blue, and it's real fine to get there. I think he's going to try that inevitably.
And I think Mike's got a couple choices, right? He can either come around everything and sit 2. He may still lose a rock if they play the blue-blue run. Or you throw a guard up here.
Yeah,
and then leave Team Nutmeg to try to get around the 4. I think Mike will probably want to get to the 4 first.
Sure.
That's their only out, right?
And if you're short, you block the rings on yourself, but you also make it tough for Ed to get in there too. So he's sitting 2 right now.
Yeah, so Team Kessler just looking to come around the outside. Maybe get to fight the 4-foot at T-line.
Busy warm room here today. There's not a lot of people up here. Most of the curlers are playing, but it's been an animated crowd all afternoon,
Yep.
Roger. as usually it is for our curling tournaments.
Yep. Saturday afternoon here at the Cobb Mixed. Some teams starting to go out.
Shout out to Conrad and Nyoka Law for their hard work putting this event together, the chairs of the event. Looks like you got out in a little bit of frosty place out there, Mike.
Plenty of curl out there, just not enough weight.
Yeah, just not enough weight.
Just wonder if they should have swept that a little more to cover up the run back, but I think they're going to probably throw the draw. See what they call.
I don't know.
Maybe going after the run back again.
Yeah, this is a multiple shot, multiple stone run back.
Blue onto blue, should get rid of at least one red rock.
Yep.
So they're running this blue onto that blue.
Yep.
And that should squirt one red out. I don't think the middle one's going anywhere.
Big shot here early in the game.
Even if you make this, there'll still be a draw for two for Mike Kessler with his last.
Not a great deal of room to get to where you got to get on this blue rock either.
It's a pretty tight port.
It's a pretty tight port indeed. Rebecca Andrew, a little damage control shot here from Rebecca.
This one's not curling up enough.
No, it's going to hit the top one and roll over the top. And leave Kessler sitting two with an opportunity to get a third one in there with his hammerstone.
He just needs the 8 foot, so he doesn't need to be anywhere special here. Doesn't have to get buried.
Right.
So just a matter whether you want to throw the in or the out. He just threw the out, knows the weight adjustment to make there. Chance for a good start here for Team Kessler.
Yes.
Drop a big 3 here in the first end.
Of course, either one of these teams has the right to play you in your rink tomorrow, Roger, in the A final.
Yep, after a little nervous game in this afternoon in the other A semi.
Yes, Utica event in that earlier A semi with the Cobb crew, which is Conrad and Nyoka. I'm drawing a blank on the rest of their team.
Tim Crofton and yes, Minka Music. They played very well.
I've been looking at that board all day. I think I looked at it too long. Looks like he's got a good shot here. It might just, if it's not heavy, it's a money maker. And he made it.
Needs a little rub. He got the rub, which helped. Is it going to sit down in time?
No, it's not. Nope.
Does
just
not.
Two.
Just the 2.
A little heavy.
Nevertheless, a good start for Team Utica. They grab a deuce here in the first.
Quick shout out to our sponsors of the Marie Cobb tournament. One would be Turnbull Insurance locally here. Shout out to them. Cunningham Jewelers, also one of our sponsors. And Jim Rischel, certified public accountant and current president of the Utica Curling Club.
Indeed.
Thank you very much for your support, and we're very grateful. So nice to have those go. This is going to touch the rings. Oh, it went a little farther than I thought. Liz not particularly happy with that, but Ed's going to ignore that.
Yeah, down 2. They're not going to be throwing exchanging hits here.
No, set up his corners and try to get himself in line for a multiple score.
I'm trying to keep you updated on some of the other games going on here. We have an F event game going on sheet 1. Border leads Utica 4, 1-0 after 1 into play. Over on sheet 3, right in front of our broadcast area, Utica 3 has grabbed a 2-0 lead against Peterson. It's after 1 end. That's our C event game. We have a B event game going on sheet 4 between Albany and Burlington. Sheet 5 is an E event game. Minnesota leads Norfolk 1-0 there. The Minnesota team's actually a series of college alums here from the Utica Curling Club from a few years back. Now relocated out in Minnesota and DC. Over on sheet 6, we have another E event game between Anthracite and Rochester.
Back over here to the A event final here on sheet 2. Kessler has a red rock on the 12-foot, just off center. Jonathan Corelli will try and get a corner guard back up. He was a little heavy with his first one, and that stone was removed with a takeout by Liz.
And it caught a little bit of a break and it hit and rolled out. Boy, this one's running. I think we got us a fast piece of real estate here.
Sure looks like it. This is like T-line. A little sweep to the T-line.
Mike would love to hit and stick here and sit 2.
Better line on this one. Nice throw there from Mike DiGeronimo. And Ed Simeon looking for a little hit and roll, like to flop over in front of the red one here.
Yeah, I couldn't get the corners up, so trying to keep the blank alive, I think, at this point. Hard to blank with two rocks and opposition rocks in the rings, so. I'm trying to remove a rock here and hope that they can keep the blank alive.
Oh boy, almost got them both.
Almost got the double.
Yep. Might have stuck around, I'm not sure.
Boy, it didn't.
It's close.
Our overhead camera, it's not quite.
It's not favorable.
May not be on. Look, it tried to make a little spin toward the rings.
Yep. Ed taking a look at it.
Yeah, I didn't like the look.
The body language said no.
Nah. That was the old fooey look.
Yeah. Stink eye at a stone.
Yep. Oh, this guard attempt looks like it went way wide.
It's fast, too. I can't believe how fast the ice is right now.
That stone's not even moving, and it's not going to quit.
It's going on the
It's
button.
going to be T-line again.
Blair on the pot.
There's a double.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, there's a club double for you.
Not actually what we had in mind here. For
It could freeze.
I think that's what he's calling. Yep. Boy, he's a gambler, huh?
Well, try to get his deuce here.
Yeah.
Scoring error is going to be pretty tiny once you freeze to this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Both behind the tee line, though. I like the call.
This one's sailing too.
Sure is. This is like hack weight and wide. Oh boy. Oh, boy.
It looks like the ice started out fast and it got slicker.
Yeah, no kidding. Rocks are carrying a long way.
Yeah, they're just moving. I actually like the ice when it's this fast, but boy, is it scary to throw lightweight shots.
Yeah, it is. And, and again, players that might be coming from another club where it's a couple seconds slower, it's a big adjustment. The
Yeah,
worst thing in the world you do is come out of the hack and pull back on the stone. It's just, it doesn't set for a good precedence for finding draw weight.
Well, it doesn't do much for a line either.
No. Looks like Mike's going to try and guard these up.
I mean, they're just carrying this thing. It has absolutely nothing on it. Look at it go.
Yep. Well, left the door open here to get at something here for Ed.
Try to freeze again.
Yep.
Wouldn't be horrible to move that one rock off the side of the 4-foot and flop onto the
No, I was just
one in
thinking
the back.
Yeah,
That's one less to get out of the scoring area, right?
Sure. Oh.
Ed needs a sliding device.
I think it's down there. Nope, it is down
Nope,
there.
he doesn't need his broom. That's the
Transporting of goods.
See, that's why you should have 2 sliding devices. You take 2. That way you got one at each end.
I know that feeling. I got a broom I sweep with and one I slide with, so I get it.
It's always at the wrong end, right?
No, not really. But it's the difference between playing skip and playing third.
Right. That's exactly where you need to leave it.
I got to ask myself early in a game where to leave it where it's the most efficient, and I'm not having people throw a broom down the ice at me. Chat room's open, folks. Hi, Kim. We got somebody out there. If you'd like to be part of our broadcast tonight, please join us in the chat room.
Ed Simi with his first. Looking to freeze on these enemy stones.
I think it was definitely got enough weight.
Oh, if the line's great, the weight's perfect.
Yeah, this is a good shot.
I mean, they're just gliding. Look at that.
Wow. Boy, did that ever go a long way.
Over-curled.
It did over-curl. Good shot, though. Mike looking for hack weight here from Ann Stolman. Try and chip that puppy out of there.
Yeah, it'll go half a rock, right?
Yep. No hammer here for Team Kessler in the second end. Both hands coming up from the front end.
Looks warm.
Does look toasty.
Little more than hack. It's not going to curl.
Yeah. Might take this red one out. Do that forehead. And replace the rock. It's a little higher.
Put another one right in the pocket.
Oh, yeah. Or double them out and roll away. I like rolling away. I like getting half
Go
a rock
for the double?
Oh, yeah, and then just flop it over to the 12-foot. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I think that's there. Don't need to throw a ton of weight at it to double them out.
And especially not on this ice. I mean, board weight's all you need here. Board plus. At most. Control here. We just saw probably a board plus shot that just didn't
move.
Didn't move. Hope you folks are enjoying the broadcast out there. I always like being part of these.
And we'll have the final for you tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
I'll be here, folks. Roger's going to be playing in it, so I'll be here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be alone or somebody to be with me. Try and grab somebody to help me out here. It's going to freeze right on his own if it's got legs to get there. It's perfect.
That was a great shot.
That's perfect. Nice throw there from that beauty. So he threw my double idea out the window, and he had draw weight. When you got draw weight in your pocket, it's worthy of relying on that. That's great. Very nice throw.
Now they're sitting 2.
Maybe.
They can leave. They're sitting 2 for sure.
Maybe.
They can leave the double for their last rock.
You're sure they're 2, huh?
Yeah, I'm almost 100%.
Okay.
I wonder if you got to get on top of these 2.
Well, not a bad idea.
You could throw a hit and try to spin one off, but that doesn't look too easy. You're going to lose the back red.
This is turning. I thought this game was going to be a much cleaner game at the onset, and when I mean clean, I mean not a lot of rocks in play. It hasn't been the case at all.
No, the first in was just a complete cluster of rocks in that front of the house and on the forefoot.
This game is going to be, folks, if it's already shaping up like an entertaining curling game, but it's billed as such, so looks like he's going to try and hit and roll off his own here.
I think he's going to try to pound the top blue
Okay.
and see if he can spin the back blue out. It should go. You get a little bit of drag too if you hit this on the high side. You hit this blue on the high side, this one will drag a little bit this way. May lose the back red too. Tough shot though. I don't know how much of that blue rock he can actually see.
Doesn't look like much. Maybe a
Looks like
third, maybe a third.
Maybe he's throwing bumper down weight here. You got to get a little curl. Sweepers are up and down on it. Coming in nice.
Made it right by there. Good call, Roger. And he flopped over in front of his own rock.
Pretty good. Little damage control for Mike Kessler. Unlock those rocks.
Nutmeg sitting 1.
And I think they can tap their blue rock and sit 2, but
with that broom, I'm not sure. I think he's trying to cross the face of the red one.
not sure here. Going for the red double.
Kind of looks like it.
That would leave Nutmeg sitting 3. Assuming you keep your shooter here. You got to hit maybe, what, 2/3 of a rock?
Yes.
Hit
Right
anything,
on the handle.
anything less than that, you'll probably lose your shooter. Tough to spin that top one out. They're close together. The good news is those 2 reds are wide open, so guard shouldn't come into play.
No, not in the least.
Looks like real solid weight here. Trying to push it over. And just they caught it on the outside.
Left them sitting 1.
Yeah, Team Kessler
No
sitting
guard,
2 and
yeah,
3,
yeah.
and their shot stone's wide open. Just hit that on the high side. They want to hit that on the low side.
Right. Unfortunate miss there for Rebecca.
Just knows this, and you got a force here.
I guess you can tell we curl in this club. She's taking no ice.
No ice on this side,
No
yes.
ice.
Good old sheet 2.
Yeah.
For those of you who may have watched these broadcasts on a regular basis, there's a little bit of a run down this side.
It's been there since we put the club in.
Don't know where it comes from, but it's there every year.
Underground spring.
Pixies. And a nice rock from Mike
Very
Kessler. He
nice.
knows exactly.
Yeah. Don't have to overthrow it there a leg.
No.
You know,
Every skip in this club knows that spot.
you can throw hack weight and it'll stay pretty well. Hit the broom and just watch it stay right there.
Right, that'll force Nutmeg to 1 here. They'll have to draw for their single.
Yeah, tough against 3 here
Against
now.
3.
Pressured shot. I have learned over the years when I'm throwing no matter what position that I'm playing, I disregard the other rocks completely here.
And you got to pretend it's practice.
Yep. Just get into that nice rhythm of your draw shot and
Give it to your sweepers.
let your sweepers handle it from there.
So tonight that would be like you throw yourself a 4-10 split and walk away. It is lightning quick. His weight looks pretty good.
It sure does. Maybe a little. It certainly isn't heavy. She's all over it. Beautiful throw. Very nice curling shot there from Rebecca. And right to the 4-foot circle. Very nicely thrown.
And got their single. So after 2 ends of play, we are Utica 2, Nutmeg 1. Utica with the red stones will have the last rock advantage here in the 3rd end.
I want to give a quick shout out to our wonderful kitchen staff, Anthony Amodio and Tammy and the crew that works to provide good food for us out there. Been eating good food all weekend. Entertainment last night from the band Stage Road. You can find them on Facebook. Center guard attempt here from Jonathan Corelli. Looks good. Nice shot. Michael asked Liz for a draw here. Man, is it fast.
You should put a clock on these.
No kidding. I'm gonna try and catch you. Got your
It was
cell?
26.5 this afternoon. This looks like it's 27.
It's not light. Draw attempt here from Jonathan.
Yeah, I got 15-3 hog to hog. That's pretty quick.
It's 26 and a half.
At least.
Yeah, wow. Fast ice here, folks. We're accustomed to it. Winter set in well here. Probably helping out with that scenario.
Yeah, a little drier than it's been, so that really helps.
Sure.
Nice looking rock here by Liz. She got by.
Beauty.
Just solid board weight. Nice shot.
And Allison will try and attempt to hit and flop behind the guard here. When you're playing in a game like this, the skips are going to try and maximize every shot that they see coming their way.
Yeah, you're not going to get the other team to miss, but you need to try to create a miss.
Right.
Create an opportunity for a miss. And then try to take advantage. I don't think either team is going to give you a lot of big flat-out misses.
Agreed.
You're looking for a half shot
Yep.
that you can capitalize on.
Mike DiGeronimo now looking for a hit and roll. Hammer here for Team Kessler in the third.
This will be above T line if they get the roll this time.
Seconds battling it out here.
This is going to roll the other way, and that's okay. You just want to get away from that center line guard or get completely underneath. Ed's going to have to chase.
Sure, yeah, I agree.
Too early in the game to burn your bridges here. You can still afford to get a force here and grab a deuce in the next end.
It's going to be that kind of a game.
Yeah, I just don't see the team running away with it unless something drastic goes wrong.
Right, a big boo-boo of some sort, yeah. Allison looking for a hit and roll here. I'd like to come up underneath the blue one.
Got a little wide on this. They're trying to push it, and it's going to hang.
Going right by.
And there's your opportunity.
Go right to the top of the 4-foot now here if we can get one there.
Maybe top 8. Don't want to go too deep here. They're going hard to get by the guard here.
Pounding away.
If they get by, will it be too heavy? No, the weight looks pretty good.
Oh, it's great. It's just right, I think. Going right to, yeah, you wanted your 8-foot, Roger. There you have it.
No,
that's
that's a perfect spot.
Right on the top of the 4, I thought would be nice, yeah.
Bite the 4, yeah.
No double there.
Now, trouble brewing for Team Simia. They're going to have to freeze on the shot stone. Well, Ed trying to run off with his broom again.
Got to get it together here, man.
I think he's not used to calling the game from the third spot, so
I'm sure that's what
it'll drive you insane because you're used to a certain routine. And
big shot here. He's got. We can come behind. It wouldn't be horrible to come behind that rock, even if it's not shot, right?
yeah, I don't want to freeze right on top. So they get basically you want to count out that stone on the wide part of the 8-foot.
Right.
Then you got something to work with. You can play some runs, get a little more aggressive, but want to get them. Want to get them counted down to 1. This looks really good. Is it going to curl enough?
Yes,
it is. Oh, it's going to bounce.
Didn't want that little
that's
bump.
just a foot too heavy.
Yeah. No bounce.
Now a chance for Ann Stuhlman to get just a little delicate flop and roll.
Might have been better off. It might have fooled the front end a little bit. I think you let that come up a little bit without sweeping. It would have been better off.
Yeah, it was actually all there, right?
Yes.
Opportunity now for Team Kessler. This has got to curl up.
This is not moving.
Just too much weight.
Not moving. Gonna take it out.
And jammed it.
Oh boy. Okay.
And left nutmeg sitting shot. A little bit of mistake. A little too much weight there. Just ran a little straight on them.
Yeah, it did. Real weight sensitive spot there too. If you're a little up weight, it's just not gonna, you run out of real estate.
Tables have turned a bit now. And it was kind of the get out of jail card for Nutmeg. A chance to hit and roll off this red stone. Sit 2. And the force is on.
Going for the double here is Ed. Hit and roll. Got one of them. Looks like he's sitting 1 and 2, Roger.
It's close.
Yeah, it's close there. The 2 on the 8 foot.
But I think Nutmeg is 1-2. And Mike Kessler thinks they're third stone. Decision time here. I mean, we can hit and roll off this top one, right?
Yes.
And sit 1-3.
Yep.
Not perfect, not ideal, but you can hit the back one, but then you're behind T line.
Correct.
Right?
I think like the hit and roll and come underneath the guard as much as possible, huh?
Yeah, and hope you not catch your red on the way by. That's the tough part. Or you could just go around, right?
Sure.
And then get your 2 by whatever's left. Not an easy decision here.
Shouted down, looking for team consensus here on the shot is Mike.
Looks like they're going to throw the come around,
Yeah,
right?
gonna draw.
It looks heavy for a draw.
It's not light. Play the one in the back.
No, this is through the rings weight, so unless they got the back one, they don't have anything.
Nope.
That was hot out of hand.
That's unfortunate for Ed now. Now what? Top 4 if you're Ed? Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
so.
mean, that's a chance to now go for the steal.
Big jail get out a free card. Let's sit 3 here. Big shot here from Rebecca. If she can get this rock behind their center guard to the top 4, they'll sit 3 buried. And then Kessler will have some decisions as to what to do, minimize the damage here. We'll be down to skip rocks.
And whatever he does, he's going to have to figure out how to get a single.
Yes. Peel the center guard. Now the shot's got to be made first, of course. It looks light. But
They had to sweep it so much, they really killed the curl.
yeah.
And it's not going to get buried. So now Mike can run that or just peel it. Or he can go for the hit and roll. I don't know about you, Dave. I don't like that rock in the top 12. That one's a
Nor do
killer.
I. No. Yeah.
That's the rock that's going to hurt me, I think. You hit that just a shade off nose, you might double the one off the back 8.
Yep, exactly.
And then roll away, and then at least you'll have a path to the center of the rings. Long discussion here. Looks like they're just going to draw the port.
Huh. I'm a little shocked. That's a call. Or you think he could be playing a hit and roll off of that blue one that's in the 8-foot?
Possibly.
I think the blue. I think he's throwing a hit on that blue rock and trying to come underneath his adds one stone there.
If you could do that, you can maybe open up a path to that rock on the back 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just open up a path for a draw to the 4.
Sure.
Going to be a softer weight shot, though. They're taking quite a bit of ice. Yeah, this looks like a hack waiter.
It does.
Need to catch about thick quarter here.
No legs. Running out of gas. It's just getting to just off nose.
Just rolled into the hole.
Slid it in for second rock. Now that leaves Ed a chance to hit it and roll. Or just a straight draw on the other side. I don't know. See what he's thinking about here.
You could hit and roll away, and roll out, right? And leave him the same shot. So you could do that.
No hammer, though, of course, here for Ed, right?
Right. You get rid of that second stone, then there's no chance for a deuce, right?
Yes. Exactly.
If you just peel the red, then, you know, what's the worst that can happen? You probably you get a force. Going to draw the open side.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Get buried 4 foot.
Yep.
They'll sit 1-2.
Yeah, I think this is a good call. Brave.
Yeah, just come right around, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. There's tons of room. He hasn't been played here much, so it's liable to be a little slower.
Possibly. You never know, right?
A little frost maybe building up over there. Yeah, this isn't going to carry like the other side of the sheet. I don't think anyway, but maybe it is. They're right off it. Right off. Got to get it by. And it is. This is money if it's got legs.
Yeah, right to the 4 foot.
Beautiful shot. That's a great curling shot there from Rebecca. Very nice. That changes the complexion of the end.
Going to be difficult for Mike to score here.
Yep. Looks like he's going to come around with a little more weight than she threw, like maybe hack waiter, huh?
Boy, it'd be hard to keep your shooter here.
Just got to miss that blue guard.
Well, this thing's jamming, right? Isn't that jamming all day long?
It is, but he still gets his one.
Well, not if it jams. It would be close, right? You're going to roll away. How far do you roll when you make this shot?
I think he can get to. Can he get to the nose?
Oh, it looks tough.
No, there's a lot of room between those puppies. Good 8 feet between those rocks.
Going to have to cut it pretty close with hack weight, I think.
more than hack, right?
Closer to board.
Yes, sir. If it's by, you got to go.
Trying to push it. Pushing it for all they're worth.
I think he's all over it.
Got a piece. They're going to hang around.
No, he left them sitting one.
Yep.
So steal.
Got us a tie game here after 3 ends.
Oh, very entertaining. Very entertaining curling game. Good shot from Mike. Maybe just a little light, huh?
Maybe just a shade light.
Checked up on him just a little bit.
We're all tied 2-2 after 3. Team Utica will retain the hammer in the 4th end.
I knew this was going to be this kind of a game, even with rocks in play.
And no one's going to run away, I don't think.
We got out there. We got Dan Mackled out there. Bob Prunivo, I was just talking about you yesterday. Hope you're well. I miss you. Pamela Turner out there from the Catskills. Hi, baby. And we're having a blast here tonight, folks. Very entertaining curling game. Now the warm room's getting busy. Good old Saturday night in the curling tournament. We have a DJ later tonight and a parade. Our theme is comic theme this year. Yep, Comic Con.
Comic Con.
Should be a blast. Looks toasty. A little toasty. Gonna go right to the back of the rings, if not through. That's Simeon. Oh, he had his wrong part of his handle down, of his broom down, and he still went off the rings with it.
Definitely sweeps better with the pad side down.
It does. And you don't scratch the ice up either.
Just a recap across our sheets on our F-event game on sheet 1. Border leads Utica 4-0. On sheet 3, our C-event game, Utica 3 is bolted out to commanding 7-0 lead over Peterson after 3. Albany leads Burlington 3-1 in our B-event game after 3. A tight one on sheet 5 in our E-event. Norfolk leads Minnesota 2-1. And over on sheet 6, another E-event game, Rochester is also in a commanding 7-0 lead after 3 ends of play. So you're caught up around the sheets.
Takeout attempt there from Liz. Mission accomplished. Probably would have liked to have stayed right in the center, but.
And get under the corner guard would have been nice. And we're going to see who can hit and roll under the guard first, right? Who's going to hit and roll under the guard first?
Yeah, that was a faux pas on my part. I thought that Utica didn't have hammer, but they do have hammer here in the 4th. Good shot there. Allison Kenny.
Must have fooled them a little bit. They were sweeping for all they could.
Hard place to get one to curl.
Yeah, they were trying to get a little inside roll there. He kept waiting for the curl. It didn't come. Oh, this draw attempt over curled.
Sure did.
Oh, and it's going to block the, going to get in the way of the hit and roll on the bluestone now. So now a chance for Nutmeg to set up a force again, sit 1-2.
We have a final. Sheet 3. 9-zip.
That sounds like Miller time.
That's our C event. And Utica blanked Petersham 9-0. So an early night for those folks.
So Utica 3 should be in the C final tomorrow.
Team of Bob Kane, Donna Kaleo, Jim Revenaugh, and Julie Shinatri. Congratulations. They'll be able to play in the C final tomorrow. Back over on sheet 2, we got a guard on the 4-foot, or a draw made the 4-foot. And Mike's rock over curled on him again.
Now it's starting to get a bit ugly.
Yeah, a little seesaw action here.
Rebecca Andrews saying we need a center guard.
Yep, block that port. Congrats to Bob Kane. He hurt his hip during the weekend here somewhere, and he's been playing with a stick, and he just picked it up and started playing. No practice, no nothing. Just
nope.
Pick this. Okay, I got this. Bless his soul. He's a gamer. I tried throwing the stick the last few weeks, and it was going to take some practice.
It's not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
I don't know how many years he's been curling conventionally, but to just grab a stick and start playing with the stick is a testament to his athletic ability. He was a college wrestler at one time, too. He's a very successful one at that, so pretty amazing guy. And Ed's coming right into the park here.
And that's a gift for Mike.
Sure is.
Because he was in huge trouble.
Yeah.
He's got a pocket to draw to now.
Oh, he's got a smile on his face, does Ed. Not exactly what he wanted to do.
Can actually throw a little lightweight hit and flop here. Push those rocks behind the tee line. And Stuhlman now looking to make a little delicate hit and roll.
Plenty of room. Maybe narrow.
Waits up though.
Goes on it right away. He's through. Wow, just did get through. And got the roll you were looking for, Roger. To come out the other side.
Got under the corner.
Got a very nice shot.
Got under the corner guard.
Good throw there from Ann.
And his shot stone.
Yep, very nice.
Well, that's looking a lot better than it did 2 stones ago.
Yeah, Ed's shot that came into the rings there, his last shot was not exactly what he wanted to do. That opened up the door for this possibility for a multiple here for Kessler and Utica 2.
Now Ed's looking to throw a little freeze through the port. Shut off further access to the 4-foot.
Giving up one here would be a good thing after his previous shot.
So looking to go right there. Waiting on this to curl, and it's not moving quickly. Stuck on the sheet 2 run there.
Yep. Losing momentum, too. Oh, boy. Okay.
Well, Mike's won. Now the question is, how do you get 2?
Sure.
Gears are turning. Don't want to open up your red. Too early to draw
I'm
around.
not sure there's anything else without doing that, though.
Could try doubling the blues off with the dangerous.
Tough shot, too. There's not a great deal of it. I guess you got to come on the outside, right, and
Yeah.
slash it.
You have to hit pretty much everything.
Everything you can
You
see.
can
of
see
it.
just
Yeah,
about. You got to
right.
hit a good thick half, 2/3.
Gonna try and raise the red one here. Okay.
Don't want to open it up though. Now he's going to run the blue.
Oh, yay.
That has danger. Will Robinson written all over it.
Sure does. That's what he's throwing.
Wow, that's gutsy. Do not want to touch your red. Up there.
If nothing else, Mike's going to make sure, as long as she's not real narrow, to hit it on the high side if it's a missed shot.
Yeah. You just can't move your red guard. That will spoil things.
Liz pushing. She's pushing it. Oh, no. Whoa. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It spun it for shot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Didn't see that coming. Excuse me.
Too many angles to calculate on that one.
Yes, there was.
And not to be underestimated, there's a little red-blue gun sitting up here.
Happy now? Happy now? Long day, long weekend. Yeah. Nothing left.
Looks like we're just going for a straight-up guard here.
Yeah, I think so. Just block the port. I want to make sure this is over. Make sure this is over. Just getting over. I think it can come the other way.
It didn't curl enough.
Didn't curl.
It's didn't do the job.
No, just dumped it.
Blue's wide open. So it's a hit and roll away. Roll away.
Yep.
Get under those corners would be nice. Right about in there. Big opportunity here for Team Kessler.
First skip rock here. First skip. skip rock here from Mike. He has hammer here in the fourth end.
Starting to come hard.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness, he's taking himself out.
They lost it.
Oh, my goodness.
A little soft, maybe.
Maybe, I guess. It looked like a control weight.
Curl more than they
Just
expected.
came up more than I thought, I think, huh? Right there. Kingdom for a guard here for Rebecca Andrew. Block the port. Give Shot Rock some shelter here on the button. And then let Mike do what he will with his hammer stone here in the fourth end. Roger pointed out the red.
Here's another gun. Yep.
Another gun loaded there. This is going to work out just fine, I believe. That's just fine. No room there now, I don't think.
I don't know. There's a hole.
I don't know. Is there a hole there?
No, it's just too tight.
Yeah, because the way you've got to come.
Yeah.
Mike DiGiorno was out lining up the.
But the gun's
red
there.
raid.
The gun's right there.
And you can't give up more. Well, I guess you could. With a real horrible miss, you could give up two.
It would be almost impossible.
Because I got one in the back, right?
It'd be almost impossible.
Yeah, if you hit it.
Hit that right on this line, right? You got to hit it just slightly high side.
Right. Yes.
So if you draw a line between those two stones, you want to hit it on that line.
Right.
And that should go.
If you cross the face and get to the inside of that rock, there's a danger of running the second red one onto your red one that's in the 8-foot and having all kinds of.
Yeah, it should stick though.
Mayhem.
Should stick.
Well, you're getting your wish here, Roger. You called it out earlier. Yeah. Earlier, 4 shots ago, you called this. So
Mike made one like this against me in the mixed championship.
Yes, he did.
Forced us into an extra end. See if he can come up with one here. Gonna hit this just a little high side. Should go right onto shot stone.
No word yet, and now she's going.
It's got to be close.
Over curled. No, he's got it. Oh, what a throw. What a shot from Mike. Well, he did it again.
Used the gun and successfully.
Very nice shot to get to.
Grabbed a deuce out of nowhere that end. Now he leads 4-2.
Fine shot there from Mike.
Well, Nutmeg with the Blue Rocks will have the last rock here in the fifth end. They're back in fourth game. A lot of missed opportunities that ends. There were a couple of chances to shut the door both ways, and
I think Ed Stone, the first one that slid into the rings, started the spiral for Nutmeg there. On to the fifth end. In a pretty quick curling game. Both skips deliberate, and the teams are ready to throw, which is a delight to see with curling. There's nothing more challenging than a slow-paced curling game.
okay. It's quick.
Yeah. And Mike doesn't waste a great deal of time either. I've learned over the years, I've tried to speed my game up, and it only improves the quality of the game.
You curl better when you're not waiting around.
So true. Could be said for golf, probably, or another example of that. sheet one, our F event, one of our F events is Borders extended their lead to 6-0 over Utica 4.
And we got 2 games off the ice already.
I don't think our A semi's going anywhere quick.
Yeah, I think we're in for an 8-end ride here.
Yeah, I know, same here. Nice throw from Liz.
Yep, time to go around.
I think Mike will remember that shot in the fourth end if they hang on to beat Nutmeg this evening. Fine shot.
Yeah, you bet.
Fine shot.
Wow, that one over curled.
Yes, it did. I'm right behind now. Got the guards up here for Mike. Mike DiGiorno will look to stuff one around these this blue and red guard on the right side looking down. And Liz are on this early. They got it going. Look at that thing glide, Roger.
15-5.
Look at that thing go. My
We're
goodness, it's going to the
27
tee line on
seconds
its
now.
own. Wow.
15-5 to T-line.
Beauty.
Wow.
Nice throw there, Mike. And I've noticed certainly over the second half of the season here, a rock like that may look light. If you get it started early, you're going to get 5 or 6 more feet out of it. It's just the way it is.
You
Keep the momentum, or
keep them up early so you get some time to finish them at the end.
Sure.
They will glide.
Yeah. This one's there on its own.
Yeah, it won't curl that weight.
Heavy. No, it's a little toasty. Trying to push it. Maybe it's going to get a little bit. I
They
don't
can
know.
get a piece. No.
Oh, it just nudged it over. It did Kessler a favor there.
Keep stuffing them under.
Yep.
May not steal the end, but certainly will make any kind of miss extremely painful.
Basically the same shot Mike just threw. Liz and Ann working it over early like they did his previous shot. This is going to go. This is going to keep going. Doesn't have the legs the first one had, I don't believe.
Pushing it for all they're worth.
Yep. It's going to be a good guard. Leaves room to come around it, however. Plenty of room to draw, and that's right where it'll head with Allison.
Interesting, there was no thought of clear on that guard.
True.
Pretty early in the end still.
We're peeling.
I think so. I mean,
No.
just to make sure you keep them busy, right?
You're right, exactly. This is way out.
Hey, watch your language. There's children here. There's children here. That's right. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't want to be a child.
Warm room's starting to loosen up a little bit, Roger. Curlers at the tightestly wound people.
Chance to dump another one in here.
Oh, yeah, you got to go right around for this board, huh? Even a little tick off the blue one if it's a little heavy.
Maximize some pressure here. This one's curling hard.
Oh, it's not by. I don't think it's by. Nope. Wow. Getting swingy to boot. Fast and swingy.
I'm not sure I would have been sweeping it to open up that hole.
I think he still had a thought maybe of getting through there, but it wasn't happening.
Got to give up at
Yes.
some point. Just popped it open.
Opportunities there now for Ed. Good news for Mike Kessler is that he is sitting 1 and 2. So even if Ed gets through, it's still for 1.
I think he's trying to remove the rock. He's throwing a lot of weight, it looks, from the broom here. I'm not so sure I'd want to be throwing a little draw tap.
I think just a tap back, draw tap, right?
Looks like hackish weight.
Yep. Not by.
Gonna collect the guard.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked like really tight ice.
I thought so too.
It looked like board weight ice.
Yeah. Now Mike plugs up the hole and steel is on, right?
You
Oh,
can
he's
dump one
coming
in.
right
You
around,
dump
coming
one
right
in
around.
top 8.
Yeah. Pro side miss would be short here if you're Team Kessler.
You can go right there. That is that right where Mike is tapping his broom. We're alike in thought here. That maximizes pressure.
Sure. Did he call for the draw?
Yep, they're going to go right top 8. Put it just above the U on first source.
Wait's real close.
Needs to curl.
Yep. We're going to tick it. And left the path still open. Still there.
Yep.
Guarded it up a little bit, I guess. Made it a little smaller.
A little tighter to get
Yeah,
through.
Yeah. I think we're down to hammer stone here. Are we? No. Not yet.
Down to skip rocks.
Skip rocks, yeah.
Getting a little late to clear, though. They're talking about some clearing shots, and that was going to happen. Should have been sooner. I think the draw's still there. I think
Looks
Ed,
like it.
Ed can get. This is the last third rock for nutmeg. I think he can get the top button.
Yeah.
Frozen, corner frozen, right? Here's room. Come right through here. And freeze right on shot rock. Tough shot, though.
Big shot here from Ed. Oh, the ice is getting real swingy.
Oh, and it's just short. The line was absolutely
Second stone,
perfect.
Just checked up on him a little bit.
Need a guard.
Block that path.
By the way, that's an excellent question, Joe. Thank you for asking. I taught him so well as a child.
Good, how are you?
Have any more bergamot?
I always thought over the years that's a nice thing when you're throwing. Usually something's your front end's playing. The people in front of you are playing well when you're skipping and you're throwing guards. Now you just got to make your guards.
They're not easy shots either
No,
on this
they're
ice.
They're not.
Good luck. Throw like a 430 split and
Just drop it.
hope it doesn't curl 5 feet. It's not easy to throw a perfect guard on this ice, as it should be. Jackets are off for Team Kessler. They're sweeping for all they're worth.
They're sweeping like companies coming over. It's not curling.
He got out wide.
It's not curling. It's going to leave the path open. Mike can't believe it. I can tell by the look on his face. He can't believe it. But oh boy.
I think they can throw a little hack weight or jam in shot here.
Could be setting up for a deuce here.
Oh, it could be 3.
Oh, yes, it could.
Look at this. You come down here with
Yeah.
hack weight,
Yep.
you roll this one under.
Right, they're sitting 2 and
Right?
3 right now.
You run this over and out.
And you sit 3.
You're sitting 3.
Oh, this is a huge shot. Big shot here in the 5th end.
About 2/3 of a rock here with maybe hack to board weight. You're looking good.
Rebecca Andrew with a chance to get Nutmeg right back in the hunt here. Oh no, she left it out. Left it out.
Hung it.
Oh boy.
Hung it.
Just didn't need that kind of weight, I don't think. That's unfortunate. There was a door was wide open there.
That was a juicy looking hit and roll for sit 3.
Certainly was. Now we need a guard.
Took a shade less ice this time.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Mike, you need a guard here and take that shot away. I don't know if you'd want to give. I don't think I'd want to give Rebecca that shot twice.
No.
Adjust her weight a little bit. Just toasty. It just looks smoking out of her hand. Guard time here for Mike.
This looks like a lot of weight for a guard.
It does on this ice. It
Oh
does.
my goodness. Let's check it up.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be okay.
Line's good.
This is good.
Just needs to sit.
Yeah, nice adjustment there from Mike. Now Rebecca will have her work cut out for her. It might
It
still be
overcurled. It
there. I'm
overcurled.
telling you, it's still there. It's still there.
Take the weight down. You got a deuce.
Jeepers.
Get a deuce here.
Oh, she can get 3.
Maybe.
She
Got,
can
you got to
just-
get some curl through the hole.
Yeah,
So,
even hitting this on the high side is going to deflect it right into the red stone.
yep.
There's a chance of 3 here.
The only question is, can you keep your shooter and move the? So you got to get through here.
Just through the house weight, I think you can keep your
Got to
shooter.
jam it on there, and the question is, how far can you move this stone?
Right.
Can you bring that one into play?
Exactly. Just through the house kind of weight will do this. Back hack at the most.
Yeah,
Right?
hack at the most.
Finesse shot here from Rebecca Andrew. Big shot here in the 5th end of our A semi game here this evening. I don't think she's going to throw the weight she just threw.
They tightened up the ice quite a bit.
Yeah.
Coming
Down-
with solid board.
It's still a pretty hot stone. If it's through, it's made. But I don't know.
It's curling hard.
Nope, she's on the guard. Not going to happen.
Just couldn't find the right weight and line for that shot.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Not quite.
Almost pushed it up for one. Did they get one?
No, they pointed to the red
Yeah.
stone.
Oh, man, that was almost
Wow.
Interesting way to make your one. But it's a steal of one for Utica, and they now go up 5-2 after 5 ends of play. As Cato's first stone slips into the back 8. That'll give Nutmeg a chance to throw a corner guard.
Guards are 4:30. 4:30 is guards. That's just like the Briar. RCA? Yeah, RCMP. Oh, yeah, what about but I eat this.
Well, unfortunate there in the previous, in the 5th end, Nutmeg was unable to take advantage of an open door that could have got them right back into it. Instead, we had a steal of 1 for Team Kessler. Real nice freeze now for Jonathan Corelli.
Yeah, he got around the kind of tight corner guard.
Mike will try and stack him up here now.
Nice thing about that shot is it's now game on, right? There's no...
I'm not sure who shot.
It's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Mike might be shot, but it's not a very good stone. It's under control. That top blue. Oh, this one is really hot.
We're waiting. We're waiting for the curl, but he kind of shoved it through the curl that time. Little tick. No, just said hello on the way by.
Now Nutmeg can stack another one on. Just need to move that back red just a shade.
Just to get it off of there, huh?
Yeah, just get it away from being shot, right?
Sure. Yep.
I don't think you want to kill this. I think you just want to move it to the back 4.
Yeah, I think so too. Boy, they're pounding away. This rock is, it appears light, but I don't believe that it is.
It's just tight for line. I think the weight's great.
If it's by, it's good. It's not by, though. Oh, boy, that's unfortunate. Oh, boy.
That will complicate things.
Yes, it will. Mike DeGeronimo will have another chance here at stacking stones here in the sixth end. Pivotal sixth end.
It's another flyer.
Yeah, it's not light for sure. This one might come over to at least catch it. I think this is going to catch it. Just move it. Okay.
Now Nutmeg's definitely shot.
We have refreshments coming here. Roger.
I brought you ice. You didn't see what ice in this. I brought you a couple of ice in case you wanted it.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Thank you very much. We're
$2 or someplace. I gave her $3 tip.
that's all great. Thank you.
15.
Okay.
I didn't buy my own, but that was
Okay.
expected anyway.
Thank you very much. Roger, here's to you.
It was getting a little dry here in the
Yeah, it was getting a
webcasting
little dry.
booth.
We had to wet our whistle here, folks.
Yep.
Saturday night, Cobb tournament. A lot of activity in the Utica Curling Club. Keeping our fingers crossed for normalcy from this awful pandemic that we've been enduring for the last couple of years. So here's to you, folks. Having a little cocktail in your honor out there.
Nice shot by Nutmeg to grab another one on top there.
Hammer here in the sixth end.
So we're gonna be in a freeze fest here for a few rocks. So another one that's pretty fast.
Line looks good though on this one. Line looks real good.
Gonna get a little bump. Good angle.
If I told you with these two teams playing that we were going to see a game like this tonight,
I wouldn't have believed you.
No way would you believe me.
Nope.
No way.
I've never played a game like this with Mike. Maybe one end out of 8, right?
I just can't believe what he's going to say after the game. It's just not his type of game.
I'm usually chasing rocks all over the house against him. His game is to get that house spread and force you to chase him all over the house.
Absolutely.
Make one half shot and you're chasing the rest of the end. We've got a clod of rocks in the 4-foot now. As they say down south, the 4-foot is full as a tick.
I'm not sure what his call is here. Is he trying to run the blue one, the top blue one, straight back into the bunch?
Yeah, I think he's trying to run the tight blue,
Okay.
move some reds.
The tight blue, right, okay.
Yep.
And if he can hit this on the high side, he could double these two
Well,
reds out of
you
here.
catch 2/3 of a rock, I think both reds fly.
I think so too. Might leave him sitting. He's not going to be sitting 3, but he will be sitting 2.
Just make
Boy,
sure you
this
hit
is-
it high side.
This is a showstopper if he can hit this one. Looks tight. Is it tight? It's tight. It's on the top one. Doink, doink. Well,
Not much help.
no help, as they say up north.
Now Mike's looking at running a red in to get rid of a blue. Lots of angles.
Jeez. Right there.
Better know your angles, boys and girls.
He could, now on with the shoe on the other foot, I think if he hits this red rock right that's in the 8-foot, he can get rid of both of those blues.
Well, he can at least spill the top one out of the 4-foot. The back one's gone.
Right.
You can't see much of that red rock, though, I'll be perfectly honest. You can only see a half from the hack.
Right.
So I think you're going to lose the raised stone, but you'll lose the back blue.
On it early. Mike straightened up as though this rock is narrow. And just got the guard.
Boy, that does not help Mike.
No, it does
Now
not.
those reds will fly.
They're vulnerable now.
Reds are going to fly now, guaranteed. Ay, ay, ay.
Yikes. Right there. Yep.
It's one of those shots, if you make it, it's not bad. If you miss it, you got to calculate how much damage it's done.
True. Yeah, I mean, if this over curls, which on this piece of real estate is not easy to do, but inside the 4 foot, I think if
It'll go if you're a
it'll
little
go.
tight on there, yeah.
And if you cross the face of the red one on top and hit the blue ones,
That's not good.
that's not good for you at all.
That's what Mike was trying to do.
Correct. Yeah, that's a comedy of boo-boos here. Just don't let it cross the face of the red one and it's fine.
Want a half a rock here. It's
Yes,
real
you do.
close.
I think he's got it.
Just over curled.
And got him sitting too, however.
The plot thickens, as they say.
What do you do if you're Mike here now? No draw.
He could bang that red again and get rid of. If you had a half a rock, don't you lose both blues?
Half a rock, both blues.
So if we bang this
I
on
think
the
you
high
do. I
side,
most certainly think you do.
this one goes. This one may spin out the back.
Yep. Bloop, boom. I think they're both bye-bye.
I think this back one's going to drag a little bit.
Yep.
I'd be worried it'll go over the top and leave this one sitting free. That would be my big worry. Could run the blue in. That gets rid of 2.
Where's the middle blue go?
The middle goes nowhere.
The middle blue goes nowhere.
This one goes, and
Right.
this one goes.
I don't know if I like that as good. He's looking at it too. I'm not sure I like this as good as the red one.
Trouble is that red one's your only good rock, right? So that lead brings this blue into play.
And brings a multiple in for
Yeah.
Ed.
This becomes your saving rock on the back 4, and that's
Sure.
kind of an ugly rock.
Yep. Okay. Decision made. We're going after this top blue one. Try and get rid of two blues.
So I think the idea is to roll the shooter here and get rid of 2 blues. This is a bit of a delicate shot. I think Mike needs to roll toward the center line and cover the rock on the top 4.
Yeah.
He's going to come inside out here.
How about that?
Yep, pretty good.
Nice
Pretty
shot.
good.
Fine shot there from Mike.
And the nice thing about that is he got him outnumbered 4-1.
Right. Sitting 1 is, I believe, 1.
Yes.
Yeah, one. Nutmeg is sitting 1. How do you get 2? What's the path to 2 here? You want to tap this blue one?
I think they're going to freeze on the rock on the back 4.
Okay.
It's tough to get enough curl there. You got to go around the rock on the top 4. That's going to be a little tough.
What happened if you nudge the blue one kind of behind, right on the top of the tree there, just at the top of the button in a sense?
Yeah, you got to get it underneath the stagger because
Right.
otherwise there's a short run.
Right. Got to move it about 1.5 feet maybe. Just kind of cover the button a
Yeah.
little bit.
I
Get
think
it
you
directly behind the red one that's in the 8-foot.
I think
top
you got to
8
go,
foot.
if you're going to nudge the blue, I think you got to go back button. You got to go
Right.
over here,
Agreed. Yep.
right?
And
Make
your
this
shooter.
run tougher,
Yeah.
and your shooter's probably going to roll over here.
Yep. If it rolls and stops in front of the red one, it's not the end of the world.
Not easy to get on this back 4 rock with draw weight.
Just doesn't want to curl.
Not moving.
Just doesn't want to curl.
And worse, it's 4th shot.
Yep.
And the remaining blue rock is pretty much a goner.
Yep.
The only question is how to get rid of it.
Red, red, blue.
Got to watch the jams.
Yep.
Why not just pick it?
Just hit that on the high side right there where Ann's pointing her broom. I like that.
Why wouldn't you just pick the blue?
You could just pick the blue and sit 3.
You
Lose
can,
your shooter.
you can play the combo.
2, sit 2. I like this. These rocks are close together.
Yeah, this rock, hopefully it doesn't drag and it goes this way.
Yeah.
Right? You might get both blues out. That would be pretty ugly.
Sit 5. So going for the jug here.
I hit 2/3 of a rock here. I don't know. I think all the blues might disappear.
Brian, are you nervous?
This is Mike's last rock here in the 6th end. No sweep yet. No sweep yet. It's wide. He flashed it. Wow. Flasharoo. I'm almost tempted to come the other way, Roger.
There's more curl. You
There
just
is more
you need
curl.
the full 4 foot, right?
You need full 4. There's plenty of room to get to the 4 foot on the other side.
Agreed. There's just no curl on this side.
Right, this is tough. No 3 in the play here for Ed and Rebecca. However, deuce still in play here. If he can get to the nose of this red rock, he can get his 2. This is a tough shot.
Need more than half a rock in the 4
Yep.
foot.
For any of us who've played this ice with regularity as we have, this is a very, very tough spot to make one curl. Weight sensitive. If you're up weight, it's not going to happen.
Must be close.
It's close. It's real close. I think she's got it.
She
Well,
does.
that's a great throw. Now, did it outcount the red one in the front is the question.
I think so. It's
That's
very
a deuce,
close.
That's a deuce for nutmeg. Very nice. Nice shot from Rebecca.
Got just enough curl there.
Beautiful shot. Well, got it to 5-4. Team Kessler ahead. We're heading for the 7th end here. Utica 2, Team Kessler up 1 over Nutmeg. Great game. I expected nothing less from these players. This is 2 really skilled teams.
So Mike Kessler with the Red Rocks will have the last rock advantage this end with a 1-point lead. Here in the penultimate end.
Yowza.
So your choices are steel,
Steel.
or force, and deuce, and steal one more.
Let's see what unfolds here. Both are. Both are definitely a doable scenario. Seventh end here in a tight match. Nutmeg squeezed a deuce out of the last end. Phenomenal throw there from Rebecca Andrew. Just a great curling shot to get Nutmeg back to 1. Little split. Got the rock off the center. guards back up here for Ed. It's going on the rings, I think. And it did, right in the full 12, just almost full 12. I don't think Mike will leave that rock there for an instant. Liz Cato busting out of there with takeout weight. Free entertainment here, folks. The Utica Curling Club. Draw shot challenge going on over there on sheet 1 to, I believe, put our third F event, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
The top 2 F event DSCs move on.
Correct. I judged those 2 earlier today. No sweep here from the front end. It's a little toast. Checking up now, though. Got to have guards here. Got to guard the front end here right now.
Yeah, they got to go steal. I think is the cleanest way home.
Got to keep throwing the guards. And Mike's going to keep peeling. They're going to keep throwing them.
If you're nutmeg, you're looking for a nose hit somewhere along here.
Right. Something you can draw behind, yeah. Good shot there from Mike. Mission accomplished.
Probably keep throwing guards here right up until skip rocks and then maybe go around the corner.
Right.
Make sure you get to force. You don't want to blank here.
Right. This is a part of the game. Not only that I can't say that I didn't figure out, because I did figure out, but it just seems like such a waste of rocks, but it's so imperative to get them there. You know, it just is. And it can be nerve-wracking to be in this situation too. Just put it up, bang it out. Put it up, peel it out. You know, it's just
you got to keep the other team busy.
Exactly.
And this is going to slip in. This is not going to be good.
Nope, not going to bury either, I don't think. Yeah, we're still hitting.
When you hit and roll onto the corner here, things start getting critical.
Well said. Pretty much left it in the open. Good throw, though. Needed to make that go away, and it happened. So.
Now they're going to have to hit and roll in the corner. No time for guards.
No, you got to come underneath here. Got to come underneath. And this is a tricky thing to call for someone in the house that's holding the broom to not get too cute and have the shot roll out. Either way, either roll is fine, as long as you can get it underneath the guards.
Yeah, at this point, you're just headed for a force and hoping for a deuce and
right, you want to
8.
make the other team draw for 1, exactly. Ed Simia. And this is going to be what we're looking for, unless it gets to the nose. Oh, it got to the nose.
Didn't roll far enough.
No, it didn't. And that's a tough one to call. If you sweep it early, do you sweep it too much and hit it too thin and lose your shooter?
Yeah, you can't lose your shooter, that's for sure, yeah.
You're hoping for a miss here now from Ann. They seem to have this line pretty well in their pocket. Looks great. And if you can get a roll here, that's even better, right? But no roll, pretty much right in the open again.
Can hit roll the other way now.
Yeah, I mean, Nutmeg's having chances here to get one underneath, so Rebecca asking Ed what turn he'd like to throw. Again, our A event final will be 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. The usual start time is 11:30. Pipers and all the players in the finals will head out around 11, so we'll be a little on air a little earlier than usual tomorrow.
Yeah, game starts at 10, so piping on at 10:45. Game starts at 11.
11,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Okay, so okay.
A little earlier start than usual, since we
Yes.
don't have an 8 o'clock draw tomorrow.
I will be here, yours truly, to call that game for you. Roger will be playing the winner of this game that we are broadcasting this evening. Oh, it just rolled too far.
A little soft on that one. Hung around, though. I mean, Mike will definitely run this off.
Yeah, you don't want to blank end here. Don't want to let him blank it.
He's looking to go for a deuce.
Okay, yeah, he is too. Okay. Aggressive call here.
Well, he's got the center open, so it's fairly risk-free.
We're at the Cobb.
Do you know about the furnace story last weekend? So Stacy went.
Looks like she's got a dandy here. It's gonna bury. It's gonna bury. It's gonna bury.
Pretty good.
That's a good shot. Chance for a jam, I guess, if you come around and try and get it. Good shot.
Well, if you want to force, you got to go around something.
Right. So they're in the 8 foot. There's room to draw behind it.
Yep, I think you could draw around it either way, right?
Right.
You can come this way. I think that's what they're calling.
Yes.
Or you could go around the other corner. Oops. Misfired there. Could go around the other corner.
Yep.
So they're looking to go around maybe back 4, right? Buried.
Yes.
Probably want to be a little deeper than that blue stone so there's no double, or maybe
True.
even. I guess even's pretty good.
Yes.
Tough shot.
That's okay.
They got 2 shots to get something buried. Rebecca Andrew with her first. Trying to get shot rock here around these 2 stones stacked in the corner.
Oh, it just didn't want to curl.
The weight's perfect.
The weight's absolutely glorious, but it just didn't curl. Just left it out there enough. Freezing on her own, kind of.
Got in the no curl zone out there.
It did, too. Too bad. Body language says I'm not happy if you look at Rebecca at the other end. Threw perfect weight, like Roger had pointed out. If you could have got that one behind the red one.
Yeah, they couldn't put a broom on it. It just wasn't moving.
Right. So now if you're Mike, do you want to hit and roll underneath these, or are you hitting just double them out and get them go away? What are you looking for here?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to sit there. It gives them way to hit and roll in.
Agreed. I think you want to just get rid of both these and go away, right?
Probably. Then they're going to have a chance to draw around somewhere.
Sure. I guess if you hit half a rock here and slide underneath the red one, that's not horrible either, right?
Probably.
A lot of options here for Mike Kessler.
No picnic throwing the hits out here either.
No. And this looks wide. I don't know, it's just going sideways.
Still going out.
It is. Starting to cut back in towards the rings here now. Front end is utterly pounding it. You don't, like Roger said, you don't want to leave something for the hit and roll under. And it didn't do that, so.
Well, you got two choices, I think, for Nutmeg. They've either got to go around this corner. There's curl there.
Sure.
Or you got to go behind this one. I would go with the
Either
intern. That's got to give you more curl.
As would I.
Take your pick, right?
Yeah. There's more room, obviously.
Do you want to be under a single or double guard? I think that's your choice, right?
Well, I think you can get. Yeah, right, exactly. And he's coming. I don't know which way he's. I don't know what the call is here yet. Come on with a soft takeout here, Roger. She's going for this rock.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
It's like it's going to jam all over the place, right?
Yep. I think she's trying to hit it out and roll. Oh my goodness, it's not going to hit anything.
Nope,
It's not
no
gonna
curl.
hit anything. Oh boy.
Draw for two.
Oh my. That's a disaster for Nutmeg. That's a disaster. Just got hit the 8-foot circle here for Mike Kessler to get his deuce. Take the lead back to 2, and Team Nutmeg will have Hammer coming for home should Mike make that draw. Down 2 with Hammer. Plenty of weight. Plenty of weight. Oh my goodness, it came up short.
Only a single.
Only a single. It came up short. It looked like it had a ton of weight. I guess with all the bodies leaving the ice, we're due to have the ice check up a little bit. Could have been a 3-point lead, but it's only going to be a 2-point lead.
So Team Nutmeg now with the Blue Rocks will have a chance to grab a deuce here in the last end and get to an extra.
Thought I heard Mike say top 8. Doesn't want to guard here. Up 2. No hammer. Nutmeg has hammer here. I think that will disregard this rock and freeze or corner. Not interested in that rock. Got to put a corner up. Yep. Corner guard attempt here from Jonathan Corelli. He's got to get something on the corner here.
Nothing in. Need some guards.
Right,
This
two
is,
to tie.
this is sailing.
Oh boy.
Got to sit.
Oh, Nelly. Nope, but great throw. Well-needed corner guard put up for Nutmeg. Fine shot. Mike coming around this corner guard. This is the call. If it's deep, he's going to give Nutmeg something to freeze to, right? If it's behind the corner, I'm not sure.
And the theory here is to try to choke off the corner. A little pick helped.
Yes,
The
it
end.
did. That'll set up a corner on the other side.
Going to take full advantage of the 5-rock rule here. And set 2 corners before Team Kessler can start peeling any rocks. And another good corner.
Yep, that's great.
Game on. Now, where do you put your rock?
If you're Mike,
Almost
got
don't.
to tap something. And tap this rock up that's on the left side in front of him. Tap it up, guard it. Whoa, no. He said no. If you guard it, which it may do, you're playing into the hands of Nutmeg, I believe.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Yikes, yikes, indeed.
All right. It's time for Nutmeg to
Some hit and rolls here.
yeah, make some shots here. There and there is fine.
That's the start.
Yep. Straight piece of real estate here. Straighter, as those of us know who've played this club for a long time. Big shot here from Allison Kenny. Nutmeg chasing 2 here. Got his corner guards up, does Ed. Trying a little directional sweeping here is Jonathan. It's hard to make one curl here. I feel your pain, brother. Oh boy. And that didn't help. Interesting call here. Mike's going to try and double these 2 blue rocks off.
And you just start getting rid of corners.
Oh, a nose hit. Well, there's still opportunities here for Nutmeg. Got to get something blue on the rings. There.
You can draw behind staggered
Sure can.
guards.
Well, it comes this
What's
way.
wrong coming this way, right?
Right, like this. Don't you like the intern?
Yeah.
I love the
So
intern
throw this
here.
intern and go right behind these guards, right?
Yes.
They're staggered.
I don't know what he's thinking here. Oh, this is okay too. I guess a corner. I'm not sure what a corner freeze gets you here. Down 2. Plenty of rocks left. There's enough rocks left, but he's got to get something on the rings.
We're tight again.
A little nudge, a little nick would have been okay there. Oh, you got to go hard.
Then the base, then me.
All right, roll right into the open.
Just
I would lead everybody down. I mean, this guy, I would lead, then the base, and then but
rock pretty much in the open here for Ann.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the hole.
It's actually all over it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, a little rub. A little rub. You better give this baby some shelter here now. A little tap? What about a little tap?
You need to split them.
Oh, definitely.
You need to split them under the corners.
Yeah, I like that better. I don't like corner freezing here at all. I want to tap that red rock. I'd like to tap that blue rock right behind.
So this one
This
goes
towards
here.
us. Yes.
This one goes underneath
Towards
the
us.
corner.
Absolutely.
Little
That's the
split.
shot. Wow. Wild turn of events here. And a little narrow, I think, with her shot there, and it rubbed.
Deuce is in play.
Yes, it is. We hate extended play here, don't we, Roger?
There you go.
We love extended play in curling games, especially A semis. Great big shot here from Ed. As Roger pointed out, he's trying to split this blue rock to get it out of the open and possibly drag the shooter underneath. There's a lot of good stuff can happen here. Just looking for kind of back 8 weight maybe. Back 8, back house at most. Weight's okay. Little light maybe. Little light. Oh no, a little light. Oh
Yeah,
no.
need a lot more weight than that.
Yeah, you gotta at least be back house there, right?
Yep. Back 8, back 12. You need to get those stones split. Should be a double now.
Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate for Ed because he had a door was open there again. Nutmegs had their chances. I feel their pain, having been a long-time curler. Just too light. Had the right line too. He had a
It was perfect.
really good line. If he had another broom and a half of weight, he could have nudged that blue one behind cover and quite possibly have got his shooter behind the red one. But double's going to make it real tough here. And this looks wide.
Not
looks
laying a lick to it.
Nope. Oh my. Oh my.
Did their job for them.
You did. That's what Ed wanted to do.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's unfortunate for
Now-
him. A little wide there. Yep. A little wide.
Now three's in
Three's in play
three's
here.
in play.
Oh my goodness. I still like coming around the rock that's on the top of the 4 foot. I like coming around. What is he doing here? What's he doing here? I think I like coming around
They're coming around the corner,
and
so they're looking to come this way and sit somewhere in here, but I think that's going to leave a double.
yeah, I don't like that. I like tapping the rock that's on top of the 4 foot.
You can play that same split
Boop,
again.
boop.
Go here
Yep,
and tuck
there.
this one
That
under.
I think that's a better shot.
Yep.
But that's, I'm not playing the game, folks. I'm
And then
just
Mike has to
calling.
run the one in the top 12.
Absolutely. think
That-
this could be a mistaken strategy, but I wish Ed well, and he's curled a good game. The door's open again here for Nutmeg. They're getting opportunities to score points here.
To be fair, that split's really tough because the line's really tight.
Good point.
But I do think that's the right.
Yep.
If it's makeable, that's the right shot.
Yep. They must have thought it was. I think you're right. They thought that was a little too tight to make that shot, so they're coming around this way.
Weight looks pretty good here.
If it's by, it's money. Oh, this is a money shot.
Yeah, take it back. You don't like that steep as possible. This looks really good.
Nice shot.
Mike will have to follow that down.
Wow, great shot. Nutmeg now.
Sitting three.
Went from being down and out to sitting three. Just sit back a little bit. Just sit back. Sit back a little bit. I'm trying to look at the game. We're calling this game. Just sit back a little bit. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Nutmeg sitting three right now. Big shot here from Mike. Got to put one either on the button, and I'm not sure how he gets there.
And
How does he get to the button?
you can't get there.
Can't get to the button.
You can freeze to the rock that Ed just threw.
Or come down with kind of back of the house weight and catch enough of that rock to run it behind a bunch of junk. All the junk that's on the other side, right? And sit shot. That's what he's doing.
Either that or you're going to run your red, but
Right.
that just makes it easier for Nutmeg to draw another one in.
Good call. I think that's what he's throwing, what we just thought.
I think you got to follow Ed right down.
Yep.
And that counts out 2 rocks. That should be.
And if you're a little heavy and you catch a quarter of a rock and roll to the pot or just behind the button, that's money too, I believe.
Yep.
Big shot here.
Like to get a piece of the 4-foot here at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Make life a little more difficult.
Everything we build it, folks. This A semi game has been entertaining to say the least. There's been a lot of opportunities here. Oh no.
They're frantically sweeping.
Oh no.
They took off on
It's
them.
on the red one.
Not enough weight.
Nope.
Took the weight off and it over curled.
Wow.
It
Down
did-
to skip rods.
And it didn't bump it up enough to get third shot.
Oh my.
All Mike's going to have left is the run. And you have to make a run double.
Wow. Quite a turn of events. Nutmeg has hammer here. We're down to Mike just threw his first skip rock. Rebecca heading down to throw her first skip rock with hammer.
And she's trying to plug the hole. They want to put a rock right in here. Although I wouldn't mind sticking it right in there.
Little Christmas tree action.
Yeah.
We got a packed house here now, folks.
They're building up behind the glass. 2 games still going on. Rebecca Andrew with her first. This one is running very hot.
Yes, it is.
And is it going to curl enough?
Mike's down to his last bullet.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted, the
That's
little
not
rub.
bad.
They wanted the little rub.
I'm not sure what Mike's got. He's going to have to run that red rock that's in the center of the 12-foot off the blue one and behind stuff.
Yeah, he's got to do a run double here. So he's got to run this red one
Yep,
onto this blue,
yep.
and he's got to hope he can nick this guy out. And that would leave,
Or what about the red rock that's in the top of the 12-foot? Run it into just on the handle of the blue one that's here and just send it behind everything.
yep, that's,
Into the
ooh,
4-foot. That's
boy.
doable. Yeah,
So you're talking about hit this on the center line side.
correct, yes. And just
And
tap it.
run a
Boom.
redirect.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's what he's got.
Right down to the last stone.
Pat Fitzgerald and his Albany Schenectady team just drew the back button to win their game.
Very exciting. Very
7-6, right down to the last stone.
Mike's looking at your shot, Roger, right now. The double boom, boom.
And they're looking at another red.
Yeah.
There's lots of angles here.
He's
They're
looking
all.
at this one that I called also.
He's looking at this one to run this red onto the back blue. That's
Yes.
a double run.
God
Boy, that's a
forbid
tough set of
God
angles.
forbid he could get to the inside of that and just flop it over towards the button. That'll still have a couple of shots at it. Or, pardon me, Rebecca. You know, he's deciding, I think, on the red rays. I like the blue. I like the red rays that's in the center a little bit better, but it's only one rock.
A lot easier to calculate the angles on one rock than three.
Yes, it is. Mike's taking a look at it. He just slid behind, and he's taking a look at that red rock. I think that's a good shot too.
Yeah, I like your idea. Is that little?
That
and
right
they're,
there.
They're looking
Boom.
at it.
I think that's the easiest of the ones they're looking at.
Kind of an angle raised redirect.
Yep. Excuse me. The good news about that shot is if he hits it right, he's going to leave a guard in the center of the rings and quite possibly make those blue runbacks difficult for Rebecca. This is a game winner. Yep, that's what they're throwing. I think if you and I were out there playing, this is the one we'd try.
It looks like the easiest.
Yeah, I think we'd be trying this.
Easiest of a bad lot.
Yeah. Got to hit it thick enough. Can't hit it thin, right?
Got to hit probably half a rock.
I think half a rock.
A
This
thick
is a
half.
made shot.
I think a thick half.
Yep, thick half. This is a made shot. You'll hear some people scream, hoot and holler, folks, if he makes
Yep.
this one.
You're going Price is Right. Come on, like we're going down Price is Right style. Everyone, come on down.
Hammer for Nutmeg. I think Nutmeg is sitting 3 right now. And we can't get too excited because if Mike even rolls this towards the 4 foot, he cuts him to 2. It's outside. It's outside. It's outside.
You gonna move some blues?
Yep. Boink, boink. He did. Nope, blue's sitting 2. There's the tie game right now. Wow. Wow. I don't know that he was trying to throw
No.
that shot. I don't think he was trying to throw that.
No, they were throwing the red angle raise.
Yes, they were. Wow. So now what?
Same draw they've just been throwing as this inside out draw
yeah.
to the 4 foot.
Yep.
This is for the win.
The game is currently tied, folks. Nutmeg is sitting 2, so it's 6-6 right now. Rebecca Andrew is trying to draw through this little skinny port down here to win the game for Nutmeg. And if she can outcount that 3rd rock of the Utica 2 rock, that's in fact what will happen.
Last rock, 8th end here. A
Exciting.
semifinal. Rebecca Andrew.
Don't know.
Get out there and stop it, Paula.
It looks heavy.
I think she got it.
It's heavy. This rock's heavy. If it ticks it, she's got it. She's got it for the win.
Yep.
Wow, great shot. Congratulations, Nutmeg. They get to face Utica 1 tomorrow for the final of the Cobb.
Picking up a big 3 there in the last end.
Yep. Folks, we saw a little bit of everything in this game tonight. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as we did. I will be here. I'm Dave Craig Nolan. My colleague here, Roger Rowlett, will be playing in the final, and I will wish them luck right now. But I will be here at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, if not a little bit before, to give you all the action of our Cobb A event final, and I will say goodnight.
Thanks for watching, everybody.